Good day, boys and girls. Welcome back for another week of great adventure, the life of Joseph. Bill, I don't know about you, but I've been on the edge of my seat all week waiting for this episode.
Oh man, you know what? Me too. Literally, every day I fell out of my chair because I was sitting on the edge.
That's amazing, Bill.
Thanks.
All right. Well, anyway, to get us caught up, in case you missed anything, we're learning all about the life of Joseph and how Joseph trusted God. It's very important to remember that. And Joseph, he had 11 brothers. 11 brothers, and 10 of those brothers really didn't like him at all. Partly because these weird dreams he had about someday ruling them, and partly because, well, Joseph, he was their dad's favorite son.
Yeah, and last week we learned that Joseph was thrown into a pit and sold as a slave. But even though he was all alone, Joseph still trusted God.
He sure did, Bill, and we can too. You know what? Let's pick up right where we left off on the great adventure, the life of Joseph. Joseph was sold to a caravan, and they sold him to a man named Potiphar, who was a very important man. Potiphar took Joseph into his house.
Which was actually an amusement park, and Joseph made a new friend, Jangles the gorilla.
No, Bill, that's not true.
Then I bet it was a giant castle being guarded by Trogdor the purple dragon.
Bill, it was just a regular house, a nice house, but just a house. So Joseph became a servant in Potiphar's house.
Oh, Potiphar's house. That sounds like a coffee shop. Pardon me, Joey. I'd like a vanilla toffee nut upside down macchiato with just a little drizzle, please.
Potiphar's house was not a coffee house. It was just a house.
I bet that's where we get the expression, I'd like a cup of Joe.
Anyways, Joseph worked really hard in Potiphar's house, and God blessed Joseph. In fact, God blessed him so much that every single thing that Joseph did turned out great. And Potiphar promoted Joseph. He even made Joseph in charge of all that he owned. It even says that the Lord blessed Potiphar because of Joseph.
Whoa! That's amazing! It seems like Joseph's dreams are coming true.
Well, we have one big problem. Potiphar's wife.
Adventure Joe, I don't think it's nice to call girls big.
Potiphar's wife was not a very nice person at all.
Probably because you called her big.
Bill, she was not big. She was just a big problem. She tried to get Joseph to take something very special that belonged only to Potiphar.
Oh, Potiphar's perfect blend of coffee beans.
Sure, we'll go with that one. Anyways, Joseph knew it was wrong to take anything that belonged to Potiphar. No matter how much she insisted, Joseph refused.
Man, I sure do like Joseph. He trusts God to make the right choice.
He sure did, but Potiphar's wife didn't like that very much, so she began to scream and accuse Joseph of something he didn't do.
Uh-oh.
And when Potiphar heard the noise, he came in and he believed his wife instead of Joseph, and he had Joseph thrown into prison for trying to steal what belonged to him.
Wait a minute! Joseph trusted God and he did what was right, but he still ended up in prison.
That's right, Bill. You see, sometimes making the right choice isn't always easy, but that's why we have to trust in God. In fact, that brings us to today's big idea. I can trust God to make the right choice.
Oh, that's awesome! Hey, can I invite Jingles the gorilla to help us out? Hey,
What?
Jingles, come
No,
here, boy.
no,
Come on.
not
Come
Jingles.
on.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
Crikey.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's very excited to be here.
Exactly. You know what? Jingles, can you help us out? We're going to do the big idea. Boys and girls, stand up. Yeah, come on.
Quickly,
All right.
please, let's get this over with.
All right, here we go, Jingles. Are you ready?
All right.
Here we go. I can trust God to make the right choice. Way to go, boy. Such a good job.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Oh, well, boys and girls, that's all the time we have this week for Great Adventure in the Life of Joseph. We'll see you next time.
Let's go get that cup of Joe we were talking about. Come on, Jingles. My treat.
I don't think this was the right choice.